Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports on location. Tonight we are on the campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's bringing you, it's finally that time of year, section playoffs, section 5A quarterfinals, girls lacrosse, featuring the number 7 seed Breck School Mustangs taking on the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights. The Mustangs come in with a 5-8 record. Red Knights 11-2. They are seeded number 2 in Section 5A, and the Mustangs, of course, seeded number 7. Mustangs come in with a losing record, 5-8, and of course, the Red Knights are 11-2. My name is Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports. We're about to begin this quarterfinal match between Breck and Benilde, and if you've been with them all year, these two teams played back in April, and the Red Knights got the better of the Mustangs. That score back on April 18th was 16-3, and we'll see if the Breck Mustangs can right that score this time in the playoffs. But with their records different as they are, I do believe the Red Knights are going to get the better of the Mustangs, and they do get that initial face-off, and that is number 9 with the ball. Bailey Gray, the sophomore, on to the offensive end and into the corner, and the Red Knights are on offense. We've got 25 minutes on the clock. Again, glad you're with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports. Now the ball in number 10, Julia Evans, the junior. She's got 43 goals, 30 assists, 73 points, second leading scorer. And the Red Knights now will get the ball around the horn, get everybody a touch, sort of get acclimated. And speaking of being acclimated, the weather here has been a little volatile. We had a little lightning and thunder early on as Evans comes right in and gets goal number 1. That comes with 24:15 remaining in the first half. So Evans, number 10, adds to her many goals this year. She had 43 coming in, and look at the move. Blows right by the defender, number 4, Kenzie Berman, and goes high and beats goaltender number 48, Quinn Cadu. Just a freshman out there. And there's Evans back to the center circle for the face-off. And those face-offs are awfully important in lacrosse. Possession of the ball is 9/10 of the law, as they say. And we'll see if she can get it again. And the ball comes out and right back to Benilde. Ball loose and nicely picked up again, this time by Bailey Gray. So that combination on the playoff circle has worked well twice in a row. And now the Red Knights are back in business, leading 1-0 early in the first half in this quarterfinal matchup. Now Evans to number 14. That's Phaedra Vang. And there are several Vangs on this team. I'm sure they're all related. And they are well represented on this championship girls lacrosse team. Now behind the net. Now with the ball, that's number 24. That is Maggie Gratzik, and she is the leading scorer with 46 goals, 36 assists, 84 points. Now ball picked up by number 22. That is Carson Elliott. She's also on the scoring column with 16 goals, 5 assists, and 21 points. Red Knights now taking their time. Pass to Evans, and she puts it behind the goaltender, Quinn Cadu, for goal number 2. And it's 2-0 just like that. That goal comes with 23:09 remaining. And what a nice pass from Vang behind the net as she's looking, and look at Evans come across, kind of using the defender as a screen, springs herself open, takes the pass, and darts it right into the back of the net. Goal number 2, and just like that, 2-0 our score. And now a new player is going to come in for the face-off off the bench. That is going to be number 9, Katie Thiessen, the junior, to go against Evans. Julia Evans, number 10, the junior, with 2 goals on the night. She's up to 45 goals on the year, 1 behind the leader on the team, Maggie Gratzik. And back to the face-off and coming out of it and chasing it is number 14, Phaedra Vang. Can't quite get it. Breck looking for their first possession of the game. Still loose. And coming away with it is number 22, Carson Elliott. Nicely done with all kinds of players around her. She gets that shot off. It goes over the crossbar and behind and out of bounds. And it appears that the Red Knights will maintain possession. I believe that's number 24, Maggie Gratzik. It is, as she gets it to Evans, who's got the 2 goals on the afternoon. And the Red Knights now on their 3rd straight possession since the beginning of the match. That was number 12, Lauren Hillens, the junior. Now behind the net, that is number 6, Charlize Vang. She has 32 goals, 22 assists, and 54 points on the year, and an assist earlier. Now she gets the ball to 12. That's Hillens, and she'll back it out beyond the arc. Sidestep to the left, and Evans comes out to the top of the point, and now Hillens will go back to the right side, and again, that is Charlize Vang. She mans that end zone, and now to Gratzik, 24. Centering pass wide open to number 4. That is Katie Croft, and she puts it behind the net, and the Red Knights are 3 for 3 on shots on goal, and they lead 3-0. That goal coming with just under 22 minutes to go. Here's the replay. Gratzik, number 24, the leading scorer, adds to the assist column and sees the wide open Croft, and she does a nice job. Beautiful looking goal there by Croft. She came into the match, 8 goals, 3 assists, and 11 points. She adds to that total, now her 9th goal of the year. And back to the center circle, and Evans has been replaced, not for lack of success, and I believe that's number 22, Carson Elliott. And she'll take on number 9 for the faceoff, Katie Thiessen. They're 3 for 3 on faceoffs here in the first half. Again, glad you're with us on ParkTV 16 Sports. This is the first of a doubleheader. We're streaming live on YouTube. Coming up next is the boys' game in their quarterfinal matchup, also against Breck. Coming up at 7 o'clock on YouTube, so be sure to join us then. Meanwhile, we're trying to get the ball straight here. I don't understand what the big deal is here, but they're very careful to make this as fair as possible. And the whistle blown, and they call a, well, it looks like a traveling call there in basketball, but they give the ball to Breck. This is their first possession and a chance to get on the scoreboard here early in the first half, but they're down 3-0, and they have their work cut out for them, don't they? And that's number 15, Whit Maybod, the 11th grader. And now in the back of the corner with it is Breck, and they are in business. And look for them to kind of get established. That's number 3 with it, Sophie Welsh. She has 4 goals, 2 assists, and 6 points on the year for the Breck Mustangs. They come out of the Independent Metro Athletic Conference. Meanwhile, the Red Knights, of course, out of the Metro West in this Section 5A quarterfinal. Benilde ranked number 2. Number 1 is Maple Grove at the top of the bracket, and if both teams make their way to the final, they'll meet once again, but that match would be at Maple Grove since they're the higher seed, but that remains to be seen as both teams are playing tonight in their own quarterfinal matches, and they'd have to, of course, get beyond their semifinal match coming up on Monday, assuming both teams win tonight. Now the pass is loose and almost picked up by the Red Knights. That was number 14 going for it, Phaedra Vang, and she does come up with it, Vang. And they do a nice job on defense, and now they're back on offense, and that was a nice outlet pass by Vang, and she gets it to number 22, Elliott. Elliott now on the near side to number 21, Kaltsas, the junior, and now Gratzik. Gratzik up to the top to the key, 22, that's Elliott with it. Gets it to Evans, back to number 4, that's Croft, and to the far side, Hillens, and now Vang over on the far corner, and they round the horn we go. Gratzik, good ball movement, much like basketball in that sense when they move the ball around. It's always a compliment to an offense if they have good ball movement, and right here the Red Knights are doing just that in the game of lacrosse, and now Evans with it. I almost referred to her as Linda Evans, who was a TV star from the 70s. But no, of course, that is Julia Evans, number 10, and she has 2 of the 3 goals here early on in this quarterfinal 5A matchup. And now Hillens looking for an angle, now backs up. And to the far side, that's number 21, Maddie Kaltsas. She's a captain and a junior on this very powerful Red Knights team. They're 11-2 on the year, having another spectacular campaign in 23. And now the shot, bouncing it in, is number 21, Maddie Kaltsas, as she scores goal number 4 for the Red Knights. That comes with just over 19 minutes remaining on what has turned out to be somewhat of a pleasant afternoon. It was in the 80s. Look at that goal. As this time she goes low and bounces it in and gets it by the goaltender Quinn Cadu, just a freshman out there, and it's 4-0 just like that. for the Red Knights. I was going to mention the weather. It's 73 degrees at game time, but earlier today it was near 90, and it is humid, 72 degree humidity, or excuse me, 72% humidity, but the dew point is 64, so it is going to be a steamy night here in early June. And now Evans on the faceoff, won by 22 Elliott, and the Red Knights now in possession of the ball again with a 4-0 lead, under 19 to go here, first half. That's Grotzik, the leading scorer. She's been quiet, just a steady influence in that left corner on the goal line extended. And now Kaltsas with it. Just got that last goal for number 4. Gets it over to Hillens, number 12, as she looks to drive through the lane and backs up. Finds Vang, and her shot as she tried to underhand it in there. That was Fajer Vang. And a nice defense there and a stop by Quinn Cadu, but the rebound ends up in Red Knights possession. Scooped there by number 4, Croft, as she gets to Evans, who gets it to Hillens. Hillens now backs up. Back to Evans. Evans stops. Pass to Grotzik, and she deposits it in the back of the net. And the leading goal scorer finally gets on the board here with 18 minutes, 26 seconds remaining. Evans gets the assist. And look at how she came right in and pulled back like a step-back jumper. And then she dumped the pass to the cutting Grotzik, and she puts it in the back of the net. And that is goal number 5, and that comes with 18:26 remaining. So the Red Knights almost on a goal per minute pace here, maybe a little more. Have a commanding lead already, 5-0. Now stepping in for the Mustangs, number 13 to try the face-off is Stella Birdsong, also a 9th grader. She'll go against number 22, Carson Elliott, on the face-off circle. Clock stopped, 18:26 remaining. The referee taking due care to make this as fair as possible in the center circle. I'm going to have to Google search what is all involved in this. One day I'll be able to describe it a little better, what it is they're trying to get, but they want those sticks that appear as exactly horizontal and even, and that face-off is well done by Elliott as it ends up in the basket of Evans, and Evans gets it to Grotzik. Grotzik over to Charlize Vang, and she's behind the net as the Red Knights set up their offense once again. 5-0 lead here. We're at the McQuinn Athletic Complex on the campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's in beautiful St. Louis Park, Minnesota, and this is ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube. Glad you're with us early. Oh, we're not live. Excuse me. My fault. That's right. During the playoffs, we don't get to do it live for some sort of technical rule, but that is the game. So you're watching this on delayed broadcast, but again, glad you're with us. And now Evans at the top of the key. She'll trade places with number 4, Katie Croft. She's got a goal tonight already. And there is a nice breeze. The wind is 7 miles out of the southeast, so that should keep the players somewhat cool, but the sun is high in the sky. It's not going to set till almost 9 o'clock tonight, so darkness will not be an issue, and the lights are off at this point. Now Evans spins around, backs up, hits number 21. That is Kaltsas. She's got a goal, lays off the scoring opportunity. Now the ball is in Grotzik. Now to Carson Elliott. And Breck playing a very sort of passive defense there. They're just maintaining a perimeter, but they're not being very aggressive. And now hitting Grotzik, and now she deposits, and you can see why she is the leading scorer, can't you? She's got a lightning shot there, and there was just no doubt about it is how it felt when I saw it. Look at, she took that pass right at shoulder level, turns, and gets it right in and beats the goaltender right over her head. And that is goal number 6 on the evening for the Red Knights. And now that's going to bring a timeout on the pitch. And that comes with just under 17 minutes remaining. And that gives us a chance to look at the bracket for Section 5A Girls Lacrosse. As I mentioned earlier, the Red Knights at the bottom of your screen, number 2 seed, Maple Grove. At the top, number 1 seed. They're taking on the 8th seed, Rogers. And, of course, Benilde taking on number 7 Breck. And the other 2 quarterfinal matchups, you have Hopkins and Wayzata, and the Blake School, the number 3 seed against Armstrong. All in action tonight. The winners will move on to Monday night. If the Red Knights win, they will host, and we will bring you that on delayed broadcast as well. And then if they win again, depending on whether Maple Grove makes it through, if Maple Grove doesn't make it all the way through the final, then the Red Knights will host the section final on Wednesday, and we'll be bringing you that match as well. And of course, the guys are playing later tonight. They're undefeated on the year. And I believe my producer, Paul Broden, was telling me that they haven't lost in maybe 2 or 3 years. They have 2 state championships back to back, and you know their whole goal is to get to Stillwater and win it again in a couple of weeks at the state tournament, where it's been for the last year or so. It had been at Chanhassen High School for a number of years, but this year it's going to be back over in the St. Stillwater and I think White Bear Lake High School. Yep, White Bear and Stillwater will share the hosting duties for the state tournament. So there you are. But right now we're in the middle of the first timeout of the evening. I'm not sure how long these things are supposed to last. They don't have a stopwatch out there, but they seem to be about 2 minutes, which is kind of a long timeout. I don't know of any sport, pro, college, or high school, where timeouts are as long as they are in lacrosse. But this seems to have been longer than a minute. But that is the rule. And so we'll wait on the timeout as both teams are talking it over. And if you're Breck, I'm not sure what you say here. You've lost to them 16-3 back in April. You come in with a 5-8 record. You're taking on a powerful, long-standing, successful program in the Red Knights. And I guess you just got to find a way to see if you can get on the scoreboard. But right now you got a 0. You've only possessed the ball once all afternoon, and we're still got 16 minutes to go first half. So Breck breaks their huddle, and now the Red Knights do as well, and we'll come out and get play underway. And again, there's 16:55 remaining. And we'll see what's up here in a minute, but no hurry as the players meander out, taking their time. I remember when I was in high school, boy, you never walked out when you came from the bench, and I played football, basketball, and baseball throughout high school. You would run out, and if you didn't run out, you heard it from your coaches, but of course that was a different generation. Now we're back at the center circle. Red Knights up 6-0, and the face-off is controlled again by the Red Knights, and this time, let's see who that is. That's number 9, Bailey Gray, the speedster and the sophomore, able to scoop up that face-off, and the Red Knights again in possession. They've had it all afternoon. I think the Breck Mustangs have had it for maybe a minute on the offensive end, and I don't think they even have a shot on goal. So the loneliest person in the world is Brooke Nelson. Great goaltender, the senior, only giving up 5.32 goals against all year long. And when you're a goaltender and you're there, I think the hardest thing is you got to keep your concentration, not let your mind wander as you're looking down the field. About 100 yards as to the action all the way down there. And you got to be ready and be awake just in case Breck gets a breakaway. And now here they come with a breakaway, perhaps, as they do on defense, get the steal. Now the outlet pass, a miscue, but picked up by the Breck Mustangs, number 10. That's Maggie Ott, the senior captain. Now she reels back. And now here comes Breck in the middle of the field. That's number 12, Erin Dugan. She's a senior. She's their leading scorer with 37 goals on the year. And now the interception. And it is about defense, isn't it? Maddie Kaltsas, the captain, intercepts. And now she's on her horse on the far side. Centering past to Grotzik, and she scores it. She's 3 for 3, and she has a hat trick. And another reason why she is their leading scorer. And what a nice defensive play by Kaltsas to create that 7th goal for the Red Knights, coming with 15:26 to go. Look at the pass on the move and the quick shot as she goes to the lower left-hand corner to beat Quinn Cadu for goal number 7. Great check with goal number 7 for the Red Knights. So whoever took that timeout, if it was Breck, not a huge impact, at least so far. And we'll quickly go back to the center circle. Julia Evans back to do the honors. And quickly, that one took a lot less time to set up. A different referee, I will note, handling the duties, and I think that's good. Seem to be taking an extraordinary amount of time the last couple faceoffs, but Breck wins that faceoff, their first one of the evening, and now sprinting into the offensive zone, that's Katie Thiessen, the junior, now behind the net. Number 3 with it, that is Sophie Welsh. And we have a whistle, and you can see the referee sticking the flag in her back pocket. And it looks like who is going to get, maybe no one has a penalty, but there was an infraction. It looks like there's going to be a free shot for Breck. And it looked like number 12 had it, Erin Dugan, the senior, and now she's leaving the ball. And there was some discussion, and as a result of the whistle and the flag, it looks like the Red Knights got it. So that is an unforced error, and now Brooke Nelson, look at that beautiful pass. She almost got it in there, tried to attend to get a number 4, Katie Croft. Ball loose, and the ball was maybe a little too softly tossed, and now there's a whistle, and the turnover back to Breck, and that's number 17 with it, Petra Leon, the senior. And she now hits nicely number 3 on the near side, Sophie Welsh. Welsh now being guarded closely by number 13. That's Annabelle Nicholson, the junior for the Red Knights. Or excuse me, that's number 23, Genevieve DeCesar. DeCesar now comes away with it, or almost does. It goes out of bounds, and they're going to award possession. Will remain with Breck. That's number 3, Welsh. Welsh has 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points on the year. Gets it here to number 17. That's Petra Leon. And now Leon to number 8. That is Lucy Thompson. Thompson now with it. Goes left, comes back right, now passes it to number 17. That is Petra Leon. Leon now loses it, and that is, I believe, number 22, Carson Elliott. Elliott sprinting down the middle, wide open, coming all the way in, darts right, hits Vang. Vang with the underhand in the upper right-hand corner, and you'll never see a prettier goal than June Vang, the 9th grader, taking that ball, and then the underhand backhand shot to the upper right-hand corner. Watch this. Bang. That was brilliant. June Vang, the sophomore, with one of the prettier goals you'll ever see, and a beautiful pass, of course, from Carson Elliott. Vang had 4 goals, 4 assists, 8 points on the year, and look at this underhand scoop back over the left shoulder of Kadu, I should say, and that is goal number 8, coming with 13 minutes to go here. First half, back to the center circle, and quickly underway again is Elliott in the face-off circle. She took on number 12 for the Mustangs, Dugan, and that is Elliott with it. Boy, she is a vacuum cleaner out there when it comes to picking up those balls, and that pass eludes Greatzik, and a rare unforced error on the Red Knights gives the possession back to Breck. And we're now under 13 minutes remaining. Now Kadu, the freshman, outlet pass to the far side. That is number 31, I believe, Vivian Braz. And, excuse me, number 32, Casey Moose. Now number 9 with it, that is Katie Thiessen, and now Breck back in the offensive end looking for their first shot on goal of the afternoon. They're down 8-0 already, now in front, and they're gonna get a shot off there, and it almost got in, blocked by Brooke, and now she picks it up. So the first shot on goal is an improvement for Breck, and a nice save by Brooke. And now number 18 with it, Brooklyn Miller, and her outlet pass is dead on the money to Vang. Here comes Charlize Vang with it. Over to the left side, now Grachik in the corner, and the Red Knights can breathe easy, back on offense with an 8-0 lead. And now Elliott to Charlize Vang. Vang with it. There are, I think, 3 Vangs on the team. Charlize Vang, or excuse me, that's number 14, Phaedra Vang. My fault. Charlize is number 4. June is number 7. And I have to imagine they're all sisters or at least cousins, and they are all great players. Now, behind the net, number 7. That is June Vang. She got that last pretty goal. Now to Elliott. Elliott to the top of the key. That's number 14. That's Phaedra Vang. And Grachik to Phaedra. Phaedra with it, number 14. Looks to drive, gets pushed back. Good defense by Breck. Now Phaedra. Back to Elliott. Now Elliott all the way over to Hillens, number 12. Hillens. She'll start the right side. Trying to get around the defender. Does. Finds June Vang, and there was a whistle just as she was at the doorstep of the goal, and they're going to bring it back. They called a whistle, and it looks like it's going to be a free shot here for Hillens. I think they'd rather have June with it at the doorstep than where she is, but all the same, a nice opportunity here for the Red Knights to go up 9-0 with 10 minutes to go. Deciding rather to shoot, they go to Grotzik, and the save by Ledoux. What a save. Quincadu, and that brings a round of applause for the Breck visiting cheering section, and that was an exciting play for Breck. And now they are off to the races quickly into the offensive zone is number 9 for Breck. That's Katie Thiessen. Thiessen, her pass, unfortunately for her, gets intercepted by number 11, Lulu Ruzinski, the sophomore. Now Ruzinski has it as she sprints back the other way. Pass headed to Elliott, and she can't take it, and the ball's back in the Breck possession. That's 32 with it. Casey Moose. Now back the other way for Breck. Breck now back on offense. Miscue there. Ball loose, and recovered nicely by number 15, Whit Maybod, the junior captain, and now another whistle. As the clock continues to wind down, we're under 10 minutes, half number 1. We're here for 2 matches. Both the boys and girls are playing Breck in the quarterfinals of the Section 5A 2023 tournament. And Breck now retained possession following the whistle. That's Petra Leon with it, number 17, the captain. Leon has 32 goals on the year, so she's a dangerous offensive threat for Breck, and I'm sure the Red Knights know all about it. Now behind the net, that's number 3, Sophie Welsh. Welsh now right on the goal line. Pass deflected nicely by 23 on defense to Caesar. Ball loose. Evans scoops it right back to Brooke, and great team defense by the Red Knights. Now Nelson hits Evans right on midfield. Couldn't quite connect her. She would have had daylight ahead of her, but she couldn't handle it, and that allowed Breck to return the favor, and they have recovered, and that was number 3 with it, Welsh, and she quickly gets it to number 17, Leon. Petra Leon with it. Nice easy pass to number 12, Erin Dugan. She's their leading scorer. So Dugan has, on the year, 37 goals. So with her and Leon, they're their 2 leading scorers for the Mustangs. And that centering pass intended for Leon misses the boat. And the interception gets in the basket of number 15, Whit Mayhod, the junior, and she deposits it behind Brooke Nelson. And the Breck Mustangs are on the board. 8-1, that goal comes with 8:15 to go, and that miscue, and right there to pick it up was Method, and she just delivered a strike at knee level, and Nelson could not quite come up with it. And Breck are gonna avoid the shutout tonight. 8-1 though our score. That goal comes with just over 8 minutes to go here first half. And we'll go back to the center circle. And it appears that we have a different player. I think that's number 2, Izzy Garvin, the junior captain. Unless that's a 22, but I believe that's 2. My position is almost even with them, so I can't see the number when they are on the side. And that was number 21, Maggie Kultza. So I saw the 2 part, but not the 1. Meanwhile, though, Breck, following that goal, wins the subsequent faceoff, and they've got to have a little hop in their step here, don't they, after getting that goal and winning a faceoff. Just a little bit of momentum to try to claw and scratch their way back into this one. Winner moves on. Loser, it's over for the year as we are in the playoffs in Section 5A quarterfinals. Now Leon, number 17 for Breck. And you can tell there's a little bit more of enthusiasm in how they're playing after getting that goal and winning that faceoff. They would love nothing better than to get a second consecutive goal here as we're now under 8 minutes to go, first half. Number 3 with it, Sophie Welsh now. Welsh taking her time, cradling that ball back and forth, going from the right side to the left. Being ambidextrous is a good thing in this sport if you can go left or right. And now she'll pick up her pace now behind the net. That is number 11, Raquel Reyes. And Reyes puts a shot on net. Nelson deflects it. Ball loose, still loose. And it still remains loose. Nelson tried to get it, comes right out in front, and then she scoops it up. That was almost dangerous, and now she quickly outlets it ahead to Carson Elliott and hits her right on the number. Now here comes Elliott in. pass to Grotzik misses the mark as she was cutting in right in front of the goal, and now Breck Mustangs have it. So good action here as we're late in half number 1, and now that pass misses Cadu. And now chasing it is number 19, that's Corinne Moran. And now she comes up with it nicely, and she sprints out on that far sideline. Ahead, deflected by Hillens, but it does get through, and Breck still maintains possession. That's number 15 with it, Whit Mabod, who'd had that last goal, and now into the front is number 9. That is Kate Thiessen. I was going to say the front court, but it's not really that. It's like the front field, I guess, or into the offensive zone. That's number 3 now, Sophie Welsh for Breck, and they are definitely perking up here a little bit as they have prevented the Red Knights from scoring the last several minutes. That's an improvement, and they, on the other hand, have also scored and are possessing the ball a little bit more. So after an incredibly slow start, they seem to be playing a little bit better here, but the work is going to be huge as they are down 8-1. That is a high mountain to climb here. But that's why they play these games. You never know. Now Leon centering past to Medhod, and she decides to lay off the shot. Now back to Leon at the top of the key. Mabod, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's M-E-H-B-O-D. Now with it, number 12 for Breck, that is Dugan. Again, the leading scorer, Dugan. She goes all the way around the net. Turns on it, tried to get it to number 11, Reyes, who's going to shoot just as she caught it, and it came out of her basket. Ball loose on the far side. Sticks get up, and it looked like number 11, Lulu Rosinski, may have taken a stick to the head there, and that may be the reason why the whistle blew and the Red Knights have possession. I believe that might be it. And now clock stopped with under 5 to go here first half. We started a little late. There was a little rain and some lightning around 3:30, quarter to 4, 4 o'clock. But it looks like the forecast is going to hold off for this game and the next one following this, which is the boys Red Knights playing the boys Breck Mustangs. So now Brooke Nelson with a long looping pass gets it on the money to number 4, Katie Croft. She already has a goal on the afternoon, and she'll trot into the offensive zone all the way to the far side and at the goal line. Extended now to Grotzik. Grotzik with it. We approach 4.5 minutes remaining. Grotzik, she'll trot up there about the 15-yard line looking for a cutter. And now to number 7, that is June Vang. She looks like she likes to wear a jersey with a backward 7 there, it looks to me. Don't know if that's on purpose. It's kind of a cool effect, I have to say. Now on the far side, that is number 6, Charlize Vang. Charlize now to number 4, that is Katie Croft. Now to 21, that's Kaltsas. Now to the near side, June Vang. June to Grotzik. Grotzik, 3 goals on the afternoon. Centering pass to Hillens. She lost it, regained it, and put it in the back of the net and beats Cadu for goal number 9, and an 8-goal lead equals their largest of the afternoon. And there is the nice flick pass to Hillens. Lost it momentarily, maintained her composure, kept her concentration, was able to regain control of the ball and score it right there. And that is goal number 9. That comes with 3:47 remaining here first half. So Hillens with the goal. She came in with 5 on the year, and I think that might be her second one tonight. So she's got 7 on the year, unless my math is wrong or my memory is wrong. But a nice goal all the same for Lauren Hillens. And we'll go back to the center circle. Again, that's going to be Kaltsas against, looks like Petra Leon. To see who gains possession here. 3:47 remaining in the first half, and Kaltsas comes away with it with an assist from Evans, and she'll sprint it into the left side, and there's Grotzik in her normal corner position on the left side, and they'll set up their offense. 3.5 minutes now remaining first half. We're at the McQuinn Athletic Complex. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us on a beautiful afternoon, although a bit sticky. 64-degree dew point is quite sticky. More tropical. Now the pass, looks like that was to Hillens, and Hillens comes back away. No, excuse me, that's number 13, Annabelle Nicholson, the junior now in the match on the offensive end. Miscue there, June Vang will chase it, and she comes up with it, and the Red Knights will maintain possession. Now to Gratzik. Gratzik now with it as we're under 3 to play first half. Mercy rule not in effect yet. I think we're a few goals away from that. I think it's like a 12-goal lead, I want to say. Something like that, but right now it's 8. Now June Vang to number 6. That's Charlize Vang. She's right behind the net, spins around, a little pirouette. She'll come right in, try to do it unassisted, and she does. Charlize Vang, number 6. She came in with 32 goals on the year, and that's number 33 to go along with 22 assists for 54 points. Call that 55 now, and the score is 10-1. That goal comes with 2:20 to go, and you could tell that she was going to do that unassisted, just the way she rushed from behind the net, and that was a neat little pirouette that she demonstrated there and came right around and beat Cadu for the 10th goal of the afternoon. So a great start for the playoffs here. And for Breck to get here, they had to play a qualifier, the number 7 seed against the number 10 seed, Osseo Park Center, winning that 14-4. That gave them the right to be here this afternoon to take on the Red Knights. But right now our score is 10-1, 2:20 to go. Back to the center circle, and it appears that Carson Elliott is going to do the honors in the face-off circle. And she took on number 12. That was Erin Dugan. Ball loose, and coming up with it is number 9, Bailey Gray. Gray has it. You may recall her from the hockey season. Now that is June Vang, number 7, now behind the net. Gratzik, the leading scorer, to the near side, number 14, Phaedra Vang. Now to Elliott, to number 4, Croft. 13, Nicholson. And now June Vang behind the net as she took it from Charlize Vang, and now back around. That's Phaedra to Elliott. So taking their time here, under 2 to go. In fact, nearly a minute and a half now. And you wonder if the Red Knights are just going to hold the ball for the last shot as they lead by 9 here late in the first half. All right, now they're going to get the offense going. Pass to Elliott, and she does it again. There's a goal. That comes with 1:15 to go, and it's 11-1. Look at the cut by Elliott here. Takes it on the run. And a bounce shot beats Cadu, lower left corner. Just a fluid motion there by Elliott, being able to take that ball on the run and without a hitch in her step. Just a beautiful goal there and a nice assist as well. So now the clock is continuing to run, and we may be in running time right now. And it's going to continue to run. We're at 38 seconds. 37, 36, face-off center circle. Again, Elliott for the Red Knights. They might try to get one more here before half. They try to get it just right, and there's the whistle. Elliott, and they call an infraction on Elliott. Not sure what the infraction was, but nevertheless, that's what it is. 10 seconds to go. Here comes Breck. I don't feel they have a sense of urgency with 7 seconds to go, 5 seconds to go. It looks like they're content just to hold it and let the clock run out here, or she wasn't aware. Now she passes it in. Just then the whistle blows, signifying the end of half number 1. So after one half of play in this quarterfinal matchup, there's your score, 11-1. Come on back for half number 2.
Drownings are the #1 cause of accidental death for young children. Simple safety steps are the best way to prevent these tragedies. Make sure kids learn how to swim. Designate an adult water watcher to watch kids in and around water. Save the phone calls and texts for when the kids are out of the water. Properly fence all pools with fences at least 4 feet high and with self-closing, self-latching gates. When above-ground pools aren't in use, remove the ladders. When pools aren't in use, cover them. Teach kids to stay away from drains. And if a child is missing, check the pool or spa first. Consider the steps you take, then add a few more, because you never know which pool safety step will save a life, until it does. Simple steps save lives. To learn some new ones, visit poolsafely.gov.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on location. We're about to begin half number 2 of this Section 5A quarterfinal girls lacrosse match featuring Benilde versus Breck. And you saw that score. It's not an accident. 11-1 Red Knights. And the ball is loose on the faceoff. Red Knights in white and red. And quickly a whistle. And it looks like Breck, they're going right to left this time in the second half. 25 minutes on the board, and I believe we're in running time here, given the differential with a 10-goal lead. But Breck off to a good start here in the second half, winning the first face-off. They're going to try to see if they can claw their way back into it. I don't have a lot of optimism that they're going to be able to do it, but nevertheless, that's why they play the game. And now quickly a shot, and that goes wide left against Brooke Nelson. That shot taken by number 12, Erin Dugan, and she came out like a cannon, didn't she, as she let that shot go as it goes left. Now with it, and she's going to get a free opportunity as there was an infraction called, so a chance for Breck to get on the board here in the first minute. And look at the speed with Dugan, and Nelson makes the save. Kicks it out to the right side into the corner, and it's out of bounds. And it looks like Breck's going to maintain possession. That's number 9 with it, Katie Thiessen. Thiessen now with it. Top of the key to Leon. Leon, she has 32 goals. And Breck, good start here in the second half. And if I was the Breck coach, I'd just say that game is over in the first half. It's really unlikely they're going to come back and actually win this match, but they could win the second half, and that's how I'd break it down to keep my players interested and to make it a game within the game and to keep everybody involved and focused. And that was a nice save by Brooke Nelson, her second in a row, and now the ball loose, and that is number 9 with it, Bailey Gray. Gray with it. Look at the speed of Gray along the right sideline as she comes in, the left-hander, gets it to number 6. That is Charlize Vang. Vang now to Gratzik. Over to the far side. That is Phaedra Vang. And now Evans, and quick ball rotation here. Higgins to the near side to Elliott. And the Red Knights, I don't think they were amused losing that first face-off in the second half. And I look for them to get on the scoreboard here early to establish their dominance. They don't want to play any second half win-lose game. They want to win it. And they want to win it going away. Now Evans with it. Julia, she had the first 2 goals in the first half. Now to Hillens. And you can see that the intensity is picked up here a little bit by both teams in the second half. And now there's a whistle, and it looks like the Red Knights are going to maintain possession. That is number 12, Dugan. Dugan with it. And we're underway. 22:07 remaining. Pass attempted inside to Kaltsas. Kaltsas comes away with it anyway, and now she's got some room on that far sideline, and she'll back up, and they'll reset. Clock continues to wind down, and I believe we are in running time with a 10-goal differential. Now Gratzik, the leading scorer, with it on that far corner. Gets it to Hillens at the top of the key. Back to Gratzik. Gratzik now playing that wing position. She played the corner all first half, and it looks like she's going to play more of a wing position, and she trades places, and now she's at the point position, much like a point guard in basketball. I was speaking to a woman, I didn't catch her name, who I think coached Anna Bowlesby. She's from Philadelphia, and she's in to watch the match, and she came up and talked to me. And we had a nice conversation, and now that shot and a save by number 41. Now it's Mackenzie Abbott, the junior, in nets for Breck as she makes the save. And now coming up with the ball is Charlize Vang. and her 32 goals on the year. Now to Elliott and Evans. Quick ball rotation to number 21, Kaltsas. To Hillens. And that's Phaedra Vang. Phaedra. She'll walk it in. Now Grotzik. She's everywhere, isn't she, Grotzik? She goes wherever she needs to or wants to, I imagine. She's the leader of that team. And now she's in that far familiar corner. Now to number 6. That is Charlize Vang. Vang now. Trots to the right. Cuts back left. She can score from that position unassisted. She takes a shot to the head. Goes down, and that draws a whistle. And that looked like a tough hit. But she's a tough person, you can tell that. And she's going to get a free shot from point-blank range against Mackenzie Abbott with an 11-1 goal lead. And the clock stopped with 20:19. So I guess we're not in running time. So it looked like we've been in running time, and then we're not. So I'm not sure what the issue is there. And maybe the rule is 12. I'm not sure. But it looked like we were in it before. And now Vang gets cut off nicely on defense. But nevertheless, she cut left, adjusted on the fly, and beat not only the defender, Erin Dugan, who look how quickly Dugan got in front of her on defense. Didn't end up stopping the goal, but watch how quickly Dugan is from that left side. She made Vang cut back left, and then she delivered the ball down underneath, bounced it in. It looked like it might have gone in between Mackenzie Abbott's legs for goal number 12. And now we are in running time because the clock is continuing to run. So the scoreboard person may have been a little confused on the rule there, because usually when a goal is scored, the clock stops. But right now it's running, and right now we're at 19 and a half minutes to go. And quickly back to the center circle. 12-1 our score. These two teams met back in April, and it was 16-3 Red Knights. And so this match is definitely mirroring that one when it comes to the goals and the differential. Now on the face-off, the ball's controlled by number 21, Maddie Kaltsas. Kaltsas now over to the side is Evans. Evans quickly to the corner to Grotzik, and the Red Knights are back on offense and in business and in control. Now to Hillens. And I'll take the opportunity to say you're watching ParkTV 16 Sports on location. We're at McQuinn Athletic Complex. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us on a beautiful afternoon, 75-degree day, although humid with a dew point in the mid-60s. So it is sticky with the breeze out of the southeast at 7 miles an hour. And that shot is blocked by Abbott as she denies the Red Knights on that goal attempt, and the rebound comes back into the basket of number 10. That's Maggie Ott, and she sprints into the offensive zone. And that outlet pass to the far side misses the mark. It was intended for number 3, Sophie Welsh. And now the Red Knights come away with it, and that's number 23, Genevieve DeCesar. DeCesar sprints it out to midfield, weaves back, gets it to Elliott. Elliott now spins, gets it over to the near side, misses Vang. It's going to go out of bounds, and that's an unforced error. And that'll turn the ball over to Breck. And number 15 will take it over. And here's that blocked shot by Abbott with the right knee. Great camera angle there. Best cameras in the business right here. Camera operators. Nicest people in the world and great at what they do. And they bring in you all these great images. Now the outlet pass hits it on the mark to number 6. That's Lauren Strothman. Strothman now for Breck. As now play has opened up much more liberal than it was in the first half. And now with it, number 12, that's Erin Dugan, their leading scorer with 37 goals. Now Leon, and there's a flag before that shot went off. And they're going to say play on as Brooke Nelson makes the save. Clock now at 17:15 to go. Brooke Nelson holds on to it, taking her time. Her team up 11-1, and there's that nice lofty pass as she hits number 4. That's Katie Croft. Croft now on the far side. Gets it to 24 Grotzik, and she'll slow it down and allow the offense to get in place. And she'll walk the ball back to the goal line extended on that far side. Cradling the ball. Now to June Vang. June to the near side. That's Carson Elliott to Lauren Hillens. And Hillens now bypasses and gets it over to Croft, and then to Phaedra Vang. Now June Vang. June trots back left. She likes to do unassisted attempts from behind there. She's tried it twice. One time she scored, the other time they made her pay the price with a bonk to the high part of her shoulders and near the head. And now the turnover, and it's picked up by number 15 for Breck. That is Metway Maybod, and she goes down hard. That draws a whistle, and her hands go to her head. But she looks like she's going to be all right as she gets up quickly. But she took a hit there and a hard fall. Right here is the replay. Elliott was chasing her, and that is a cross-check. And is there going to be a penalty there? No. But it did draw the whistle and a free opportunity in the midfield. I'm not sure what that gets you other than some free yardage. And now the miscue on the unforced error. And they quickly turn it back over to the Red Knights. And that means there's 15 and a half minutes remaining on the clock. And now the Red Knights have it deep in their own zone. We're in running time here with the score 12-1 Red Knights. They look like they're going to advance to next week's Monday semifinal, and that'll be right back here at McQuinn Athletic Complex if they hold on. And I know that's sort of being facetious there. They're definitely going to make it to the semifinals, as they should. But come on down and watch it, or you can catch it on our platform on YouTube following the match or the next day, or at the website for ParkTV 16 on delayed broadcast. So if you're watching it, glad you're with us on this gorgeous Thursday afternoon in early June. In fact, it's so early, it's June 1st, isn't it? Summer is here, finally. Now Breck on the offensive end, looking for their second tally of the evening. Spin move there by Erin Dugan. She's their leading scorer, but they only have one as a team all night long. Look at her split the defense right there. What a nice move by Dugan as she comes in, gets it back to number 13, and there's a whistle as Stella Birdsong took that pass, but that was a nifty split the defense by Dugan. And we've got a player down now. Watch this. She was double teamed and just split the defense and had them almost both run into each other. That was a brilliant move there by Dugan. Brilliant. And now we have a player down and a coach coming out to check on her, and that is Dugan. And her just standing up there brings a round of applause. Good crowd on hand here for this quarterfinal match. And so they just mentioned Phaedra Vang's number, so I don't know if she was going to be called for the infraction there. But it looks like they're still tending to number 12, Erin Dugan, and you can see the coach or the trainer now going to let her remain in the match, and it looks like she's going to get a free shot here. I don't even know if it might be a penalty shot, kind of like soccer, although I don't know, in soccer you got to be within the box, and then there needs to be a foul. But no, it's going to be a free shot from point blank range with two Red Knights on either side. What a precarious position to be, because you know they're going to close in on you and it's going to hurt. Here comes Dugan, and she gets the ball to the back of the net, beating Brooke Nelson. So Dugan, the leading scorer, finally gets on the board here following the tumble just moments before. And she beats Brooke Nelson to the near side. It looked like Nelson was leaning that way, but she was able to thread the needle at about waist high to give Breck their second goal, and that comes with about 13:45 to go in the second half. And again, we're in running time, and the clock is continuing to wind down. So the goal goes to Erin Dugan, and you gotta believe, and I do believe, she created that goal by that nifty move. We showed the replay a few minutes ago where she split the defense and sprung herself loose, and then took it on the chin, went down. That drew the whistle, and that penalty shot, which resulted in goal number 2 for Breck. And now we're back to the center circle, and Julia Evans is in the middle, and now a whistle, which I don't understand, gives the ball to Dugan. So now, just following the goal she just made, she has it again. She's their leading scorer, and Dugan is a senior, so you know this is her last 12 minutes of high school lacrosse. And you want to savor every minute of it. And so I think that's going to be motivation enough for the seniors especially to play the best they can and get as much out of it as they can. It's always melancholy when I was a senior, the ending of things. You're excited about graduating, but it's also an ending and a beginning. A lot of these girls have played lacrosse their whole life. As that shot taken by number 3, the sophomore Sophie Welsh. She tried to bounce it by Brooke Nelson, but it bounced a little precariously over the net and didn't end up with a good outcome. But Breck will retain possession with 12:15 to go. And now Dugan with it again to number 17, Leon. Dugan looks right, cuts right. And I don't know if that was a pass. It looked like it could have been a shot. She might have been trying to get it to Leon, but nevertheless, it goes out of bounds, and Breck will maintain possession as now we're just under 12 minutes remaining second half. The winner of this match will take on the winner of number 3, Breck School, against number 6, Robbinsdale Armstrong. They're playing this evening as well. Now Dugan with it. Pass in tight quarters. Shot blocked in front, and it dribbles back, and Brooke Nelson scoops it up. Boy, she is as calm as a cucumber out there, and now that beautiful outlet pass to Phaedra Vang. Vang on the run, ahead to Evans. Evans on the run, hits Grotzik, and it just gets poke-checked out of her basket by number 10 for Breck, Maggie Ott. Great defensive play at the last minute. Otherwise, that was going to be a brilliant pass goal from 75 yards deep by Benilde, but they somehow maintain possession as we approach 11 minutes now remaining. We're in running time. Evans now to number 4. Katie Croft to Hillens. Hillens now to June Vang. And now Charlize Vang and Gratzik, and now they'll slow it down and catch their breath. Enjoying the beautiful afternoon here. We're in full bloom in early summer in St. Louis Park. A beautiful marsh in the background. Just a gorgeous spot here right off Highway 100 in St. Louis Park is where Benilde-St. Margaret's campus is situated. In the pass from Vang to Hillens, and she wasted no time. She didn't stop, she didn't pass go, she didn't collect $100. She took that ball and put it right in the net immediately, wasting no time. Watch this, bang. She didn't set up, and she knew she had no time, and that is brilliant, good coaching, and good training for her to be disciplined. Much like in basketball, when the pass comes in underneath the basket, you don't want to put the ball down on the ground. You want to put it right back up so that the defense can't get in there to interrupt what you're trying to do, and that's exactly what that felt like. And Hillens gets goal number 13. That comes with about 9:45 to go. Clock continues to wind down. And our score now 13-2 here at the McQuinn Athletic Complex. And now the face-off is in the basket of Bailey Gray. Her pass intended for Vang was deflected nicely on defense by number 15, Whit Maybod. And the ball now loose again. And coming away with it is Gray as she chases it, tries to scoop it on the run, and she does. And that is very difficult to do as Gray picks it up. And play continues on. I thought I heard a whistle. Now Hillens has it in her basket. Now to the top of the key to Kaltsas. Kaltsas to the far side to Phaedra Vang. Vang now with it on that far side. 45-degree angle just outside the arc. Now Grotzik in the corner at the goal line extended. Now back up top to Kaltsas, and she'll move to the top of the key, and Hillens will go down underneath. Kaltsas comes in left. Good defense, spins, gets pushed back out. Now gets it to the corner on the near side. That's number 6, Charlize Vang. Vang now with it. Look at the clock, 8:30 remaining. Clock continuing to wind down. Now the underhand scoop pass to Grotzik. Grotzik now will take over. She'll walk it along. Being guarded closely by 10, Maggie Ott, the captain for Breck, one of them. Now Grotzik, she already has a hat trick tonight. Looking, now gets it up to the top of the key to Hillens. Hillens now with it. 8:10 remaining. Hillens will try the right side, gets pushed back on defense nicely by number 13, Stella Birdsong for Breck. Now Vang finds Grotzik, and she puts it in for her 4th goal. She went high on Abbott, upper left corner. and beat her. And again, she didn't waste any time. Once that ball was in her basket and her arms were extended over her head, she put it right in. Didn't lower it at all, and that takes strength, that upper body, shoulder strength to be able to do that, and the discipline and training results in the 4th goal for Gratzik, the leading scorer. She came in to the evening with how many goals? 46. So now she is at 50 goals on the year. What an incredible season to go along with 36 assists, and she may have an assist or two to go along with her 4 goals tonight. Nevertheless, what a stellar season for Gratzik. 50 goals on the year. That is to be congratulated for sure. What a milestone. Now, 7 minutes remaining. Center circle face-off, and Kaltsas has it. They lead 14-2. They're going to the semifinals of Class 5A girls lacrosse. Now sprinting is Kaltsas, coming right in with no fear, right into 3 or 4 Breck defenders, and she draws the whistle, and I think she's going to get a free shot on goal. And the clock continues to run down. 6:45 remaining. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Kaltsas with a chance at Mackenzie Abbott. She's goaltender in the second half in relief of Quinn Cadu. And now a whistle as they're about to let her go. The referee from the back giving instructions. Kaltsas comes right in, tried to go lower left-hand corner. It looked like she may have missed the mark, and it gets behind. And it looks like Breck's going to take over possession with 6:15 remaining. That's number 32 with it. Casey Moose, the freshman, and she eludes June Vang on defense. Now the outlet pass intended for number 9. That is Katie Thiessen. Now Thiessen will retain possession on the whistle. She looks to the referee for some help. She gets another whistle, and now she's off to the races. On the far side, the pass was attempted to number 10, Ott, and she was looking back right towards the sun. So the sun is setting right behind where our camera angle is. So if they're looking back at the camera, they're looking right into the sun, especially this time of year, and that can maybe interfere with their vision and seeing the ball. Now Breck with it, with 5.5 minutes in the offensive zone. They've got 2 goals on the night. Last time they played him, look at Brooke Nelson intercept that pass from behind the net. And now the quick outlet pass to Kaltsas. Kaltsas now sprints back into the middle. She's going to try to beat the defense, and she does with her speed. Coming right in, hits June Vang. Vang turns and shoots and scores. Goal number 15 comes with 5:08 to go, and what a nifty play by the Red Knights there. Look at the speed there by Kaltsas, and the pass on the dead run hits it on the mark, and June Vang turns with a player and a goaltender in between, beats them both for goal number 15, and that goal comes with 5 minutes to go in the second half. So this score could exactly be the exact score that they had when they played back in April, which was 16-3 victory for the Red Knights. So this match mirrors that almost exactly, and the clock continues to wind down. 4.5 minutes remaining. And following this match, although we're not streaming live on YouTube because it's sections and there's rules with the state tournament and the Minnesota State High School League, that we're not allowed to do that at this point, unfortunately. So glad you're watching wherever you are post live action. Always glad to have you joining us on our broadcast. And now the looks like Elliott has it. There was a whistle, then another whistle. And now she gets it back to Phaedra Vang. Under 4 to go. Now Gratzik behind the net to June Vang. To number 6, Charlize Vang. And now that is Croft. To Phaedra Vang, Elliott to Gratzik. 3.5 minutes remaining. Centering pass inside and behind, the head shot by 14, Phaedra Vang, the senior. She came into the night with 16 goals. That's number 17 as she beat the defender, and watch the behind the back pass. What a brilliant creative goal by Phaedra Vang. For goal number 16, our score is 16-2. That goal comes with just over 3 minutes to go in running time, and now we are under 3 minutes to go. So they will advance to next Monday. That game will be right here at McQuinn Athletic Complex, either at 4:30 or 7 o'clock is my guess. 5 and 7, Paul Broden, our producer, just informed me. So 5 or 7 come down because the guys are probably going to win their next one. I don't want to jinx them, but they haven't lost in over 2 years. Or about 2 years, so there's a good chance they'll move on, and so there'll be 2 semifinal Section 5A lacrosse. So bring people down, bring your kids down, get them involved in lacrosse. It's a great sport. It's a combination of soccer, hockey, basketball. And there's a whistle with 2:10 remaining. Breck now with it. They'll try to get that third goal to mirror the score from back in April, 6 weeks ago. Now Breck with it. And a miscue there. And the ball goes out of bounds, and Benilde will take over possession. That was number 23, Genevieve DeCesar. She gets it to Brooke Nelson. Nelson only gave up 2 goals this evening so far, and now here comes Elliott, cross midfield to the near side to June Vang. 1:25 on the clock. Now to number 15, that is Mara Cashman, the junior. Now Gratzik has it, and she'll take time off the clock. 1:11 remaining, and they might just hold on to it here, maybe take one more shot here. But it will all be academic and maybe showing some good sportsmanship, I think. So the Metro West number 2 seed in the 5A section quarterfinals. Red Knights are going to advance here. They're 16-2 lead with under a minute to go. So they may make one more rush here. Now number 13, Annabelle Nicholson. To the near side, again to number 15, Mara Cashman. June Vang. To the far side to Gratzik, under a half minute to play. She looks to the sideline and to coach Anna Bowlesby as she's taking instructions on what to do here. And I think they're just going to wind down the clock, 18 seconds, as they should. Great sportsmanship on display by the Red Knights. Always good to see in any sport at any level. Now Gratzik to June Vang, 7 seconds, 6 seconds remaining. Now Cashman to Carson Elliott. She had a magnificent match, Carson Elliott, as all the Red Knights did. And there is the siren signaling the end of the match. And there's your final score, 16-2. So for Paul Broden, our producer, and everyone connected with ParkTV 16 Sports, my name is Robert Christensen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again.